Yo, what's going on, you guys? Hope you guys having a great weekend so far. So, I was going through my YouTube comments, and one of the comments said for me to do a video on kind of pop culture messages and, local messages. For example, like basically what people think in our society and how like people think. So, for example, in pop culture, we have all these songs about sex, money, drugs, and that's what people value nowadays, especially in the pop culture. I mean, if you were to find one song in your playlist that doesn't talk about like money, drugs, sex, then that's pretty rare find. Like, I mean, we should really be changing how we view things. And I think, especially with, like, for example, happiness, people, like celebrities with millions of dollars, they can, choose to either buy drugs, buy the like the high key drugs, the dope um, medicine, or they can donate to charity and some other, you know, causes, for actual great change. Sometimes I sit here and think, like, what if Jesus was to walk on this earth, like, right now? Like, what would he think of our, world and kind of society? Our mindsets and our perspective on what is success and how to be successful has completely changed over time, I think. Now we're leaning more towards like, oh, money is what it takes to be successful. But like I think for me, um health is important, and health is money. Like for example, let's say you smoke for a long time and you develop some kind of serious illness, right? Then it will cost a lot of money to heal from that, or even sometimes you might not even be able to heal from that, And so I think as long as you're healthy, then you're wealthy. And also, I feel like with the pop culture, people want casual sex, and I think for me, like for example, kind of like the fun nights where it's just like, oh, you guys, kind of hook up and, um, and then after that night, like there's no actual connection. You're just kind of like, hey, yeah, let's meet up, have some fun. But you guys don't actually have like a real connection there, And I think, um, I mean, like with sex, it's a good thing, Like God created sex literally, but I think it's important to actually know the person well and actually love them before before you have any, like sex. Also, I was walking around my city, Richmond or Vancouver. By the way, shout out to you guys, Richmond and Vancouver people. Man, they're awesome. They're always so like cooperative and fun. Anyways, so I was, just walking through my city, and I was like, I'm gonna ask people, kind of like what are their values, in life, and most of them they told me, they value family, which is good, and they also value um, integrity and kind of like trust, And I think that's nice, With Richmond, I feel like we're so multicultural, which is really, really good because we get to kind of, learn about other cultures and different perspectives. And so that's why I like asking people random questions, like these like deep questions like, oh, what is your meaning of life, or what do you find, how do you be successful? Because I'm so curious all the time about what other people think. And lastly, to sum it up, um, because I'm a Christian, I want to be talking a little bit about kind of the church culture and what they value. And yes, if you can tell, of course they value God, and they really value um, kind of respecting each other and being kind. As it says in the Bible, love is kind, love is patient. You know, and I mean sometimes it's hard. Sometimes because I struggle with it a lot. Especially with um, the Bible saying like, "Oh, love is kind, love is patient," but I find that for me, it's not always the case. I would say a really good thing about um, just being religious in general is that you kind of have a purpose in life. Whereas a lot of the atheists, they're like, oh, because I asked them the same question. I'm like, hey, so what do you think is the meaning of life? They're like, oh, like nothing much. You just like live and when you're tired, you kind of wait to die. And I'm like, bro, that's kind of sad, man. Okay, that's kind of sad. And so yeah, they really do believe that the purpose in life is to like serve God and serve other people and always be nice, which is good. We really need those people in this world right now. I think we're living in such like violence and um just dis- such a dystopian world, you know. Uh, but when we have people like these, Christians, they kind of bring light to the world, you know. Yeah. So after I talked about, pop culture and local culture and, my church's messages, I'm going to be talking a little bit about myself and, what I think is the meaning of life for me at least, and also what it takes to be successful in my personal journey. So growing up, I was kind of forced into church by my parents because they were like, oh yeah, we're Christians, so we're just gonna go to church. I was like, I didn't really know what the heck was going on. I was just like playing along, you know. Actually, like the main reason I went to church was that I get to meet friends and their snacks are pretty good. Like they had like popcorn, chips. I mean, like which kid doesn't want food, right, or snacks? Anyways, and I kind of didn't really know what was going on until maybe when I was 12. So at 12, I started to wonder, like, is there actually, a God, you know, up there? And I was like, that would be interesting, to think about. And so I did some, research, and through about 2 years time, I would say, I turned 14 and I got baptized, and that completely changed my life. And so now I think the purpose in life is to, or the meaning of life is to kind of like serve God and serve other people and be nice. Um, and I know that's a very stereotypical, Christian persona, but I do think that, I do think, um, and also to kind of like find out God, because you don't really ever find out God until the last moment of your life, you know, like you never actually discover all of Him, because or all of His glory, because if you found that out, that would be like so powerful that you could have like met Him instantly. Yeah. Also, I think how to be successful in life is to kind of be the best version of yourself. And what I mean by that is kind of like imagine yourself. being in the best, living the best life, you know, like what would that look like, and what would that version of yourself feel like and act, right? Like if you think of a perfect life as you know um with lots of money and girls and casual sex, then that's what your like meaning of life kind of looks like to you. But for me, it looks like helping people and being compassionate towards them. And also another thing to be considering about being successful in life is having a passion for your work. Think about this for a second. If you're not passionate, or if you're not looking forward to working at your job, then you just wasted your whole life. You know, growing up, my parents never really forced me into working any kind of job that I wasn't interested in. For example, like, oh, you should be a lawyer, or you should be a dentist because that gets you a lot of money. Never. And also for me, as I grew older, I realized, I need to be passionate in my job in order to be living a happy life. Can you imagine this? Like, if you were not happy in your 9 to 5 job and you were stuck there for like 40 years and you retire, and for some people, if they're Christians, then great. Like, after they retire, they meet Jesus and they have um, another life in heaven. But for the people who are atheists, they're like, great. I just spent most of my life at a job where I didn't even like, and I didn't have much money, so I'm just retired, waiting to die, and that's it. Like, so I think the moral of the story is, you really need to be passionate in your job and kind of, be the best version of yourself, and stay being kind and awesome to other people. Anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for today. Um, if you enjoyed this video, please click the thumbs up and subscribe and turn on post notifications. Also, I want to give a quick shout out to the person who gave me this video idea. And yeah, guys, if you guys have any other ideas, drop them. Drop your comments in the comment section below, and I will be replying to you guys. Alright, guys, see you in the next one. Hey, yo, guys! I just want to give a quick shout out to the person who, gave me this video idea. It was really nice of him. Yeah, if you guys have any ideas, drop your comments in the comment section below, and I will definitely read them. Alright, anyways, catch you on the next one. Bye!